turn one around, get that good lead.
Full count to right. We got Duda on deck, and now a balk is called.
Wow.
A balk was called on Whistler, and it brings home Granderson, and it's 2-0 New York. I did not see that.
I did not see the balk either. I was focused on the lead of Cespedes.
So that last pitch doesn't count. It's 2-2 to right. The infield now comes in with Cespedes at third and one out. And David goes down swinging on the slider for the second out.
David's had 2 chances to drive in runs. Let's see what he did here.
He didn't stop.
Yep, that's the correct call.
It's a stop balk, and the third base umpire, Tim Welke, made the call.
The right call.
2-0 the count on Hank. There goes Marisnik. And
I think there was a balk on Mujica. He didn't stop for anything right there.
I think that's what they've ruled it.
Man.
So if that's the case, it will not be a stolen base. It'll be, I believe, you're right, a balk.
Watch Mujica not even stop. He's just bounced right there, and you can't do that as a pitcher. It's got to be a discernible stop.
Question I always have is the beginning of that was kind of a stop and then a move to the below the belt. It's tough to tell.
That's a balk. The balk. He never stopped. Even Brandon Phillips called it. You must come to a discernible stop before you go to the plate. That's
Adam Everett, and we've got a balk call. This is score a run. What did he do? Drop the ball? Looked like it. Schaus dropped the baseball and scored the run from third base. Avila comes in. Oops. Oh my goodness.
3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 man down. Phils and the Dodgers tied at 1. And that ball goes right out of the hand of the pitcher. It's a live ball. Ruiz realizes it. He's coming home. The throw to the plate. Not in time. Now it has to be a balk, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that's what they're finally calling. Ryan Onora was late to call it. It has to be a balk.
It is.
I mean, this just slips out of his hand.
There goes the bar of soap right there.
I think that's a balk.
Yeah, I think that is too. By rule, now it has to cross the foul line to be a legal pitch. Ball three. Joel Peralta will be the new pitcher.
And being more aggressive. And now going to second base. Looks like I got a balk call.
Well, Buck Showalter wants an explanation. So Forsythe, who had singled on for the 6th consecutive time, has been moved up to second on a balk call. That's Gabe Morales, the plate umpire. Let's take a look at that.
Well, you looking at now. There you go. Looking in for the sign. And foot firmly in front of that rubber, and you drop the baseball.
Ken Rosenthal, what is that? Is that pine tar? This is the same guy who last time he faced the Red Sox had it on his hand. Now it looks to be on his neck. Michael Pineda.
He needs to learn to hide it. I will never, ever agree with this rule.
Well, you know what? We'll talk about it because John Farrell picked up on this as well.
Wilson coming up as Farrell's now coming out, and we're going to see what he's going to do here.
He's going to check. He's going to check Pineda.
And he's calling Jerry Davis, the home plate umpire, and I think he was kind of waiting to see whether this would pop up again, and this time it's tough to deny. All over his neck.
Yep.
Now they're going to check. One time's one thing. Twice is another.
It's amazing. I mean, it's amazing he would try it again.
Will they eject him immediately?
Should be.
They're going to check the neck. No, he's going to check the ball. He should check the neck. One side, around the other. Jerry, there you go.
There you go. They got it. You found it.
Ejected.
Right now, Farrell has opened up a can of worms because he has pitchers on his staff that are using it. And like I said, I will never agree with this rule for the one reason. The home plate umpire went out and checked the ball. There was nothing on the ball.
Fair enough, Mitch. And you're right. Maybe now the Yankees will respond in like fashion. But go back to the last game when the pine tar was on his arms. Remember what John Farrell said. Hey, everybody does this, but he was a little blatant. Here's the exact quote. Coming at you. In the cold weather, you're trying to get a grip. I can't say it's uncommon that guys would look to create a little bit of a grip. Typically, you're not trying to be as blatant. Well, if putting it on your arms is blatant, then what is putting it on your neck? Farrell was probably blinded by seeing that pine tar coming out in his face.
Well,
Statistician passed along the lack of homers. I mean, that has just been the biggest bugaboo of them all for this bullpen. And what happened here? What's the call?
He must have went to his mouth, and I don't know if you're allowed to do that. So
we're going to have a
ball was called.
conversation.
Joe West called ball 4 from first base. I don't know why.
But you can go to your mouth. We'll take a look at it. And he charged him with the ball.
Okay, are you allowed to go to your mouth on the mound now? I think you can.
Yes, you are, but you have to wipe it on your pants.
And he did. Okay, there it was. There's the wipe.
But he had gone to his mouth and went straight to the ball.
The ball.
And a balk was called from behind home plate. We could hear it. Angel Hernandez will take another look at it. And Willis finding out. And it looked like there was too much of a step towards the plate. Let's see.
Maybe he just didn't step towards first. He kind of just picked his foot up and brought it back down. That's tough to tell there.
Now Joe West has seen something with Dontrell Willis, and they're having a conversation here.
He called another situation where he went to his mouth. It's a ball.
So Willis went to his mouth, didn't wipe on a jersey or a pant leg.
So now it should be 1-1. Yes, the count is 1-1 now, folks. Instead, he'll throw over to first base. And another balk. Another balk was called. And again by Angel Hernandez.
Well, I'd like to see this one again because I had a hard time honestly discerning. And usually I clearly see balks.
I guess he's saying that he's stepping too much towards home plate.
I think it may be in part that entire upper body tilt towards the plate as well. That may be part of the reason.
Well, you're allowed to tilt your body towards home plate as long as you step towards first, aren't you?
I'm not sure.
And a balk. And Lato's claiming he was not on the rubber, but the Cubs are going to get the lead here, 2-1. Don Mattingly will come out, and you've got a bunch of Dodgers arguing with a couple of different umpires. They're claiming he wasn't on the rubber. There was nobody over at first base. Gonzalez was playing behind La Stella.
Yeah, well, let's see. He's in his normal position. He's in contact with the rubber here. No, that's clearly a balk. That's balk. He's trying to sell it, but that's clearly a balk. I mean, for that not to be a balk, you would have to make a deliberate step behind the rubber to identify yourself as, okay, I'm off the rubber now. Now I'm an infielder. It was all in one motion. So, one run has come home on a foul ball sac fly. Another one here on a balk. The Dodgers scored their run on an infield hit. Umpires going over just in case anybody of the four saw anything differently.
Mattingly asking for them to go to New York. I don't know if it's even reviewable. We were talking before the game about possible plays that could be added to review. Yeah, Latos. That's a balk.
Yeah. And I'm an anti-balk guy. I think way too many balks are called. I think I wouldn't mind seeing them revisit the balk rule.
That's kind of the definition of a balk.
Yeah. I'm not sure why Donnie really pressing his case here. Maybe he's trying to buy time for his reliever. Protest?
Looking at the runner.
That's a balk.
That's a balk.
So Eichhoff will go to second base. No idea what happened. I guess he just got his spike caught.
Yeah, it's like a triple toe tap.
Down 2-0. Runner takes off. Throw to second. Marte out. 1-3-6.
They're calling a balk.
They're
going to call a balk
take
on
that
Hamels.
break. We'll take that break. Did Dale Scott at third called it?
Yes. It was interesting to me because Marte was going on the first move, so he's basically guessing that Hamels is going to go home. Hamels clearly saw him take off, and I think he changed his motion. And Dale Scott at third called a balk. That helps out the Mariners. Take another look at it. And he was going to go home.
Oh, yeah.
And the home plate umpire right away called it, too. Maybe Basner.
That's a balk.
Yep.
Billy called it right away. Maybe he thought Billy Hamilton was going to get such a big jump that he'd head him off at second base. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
How about that little pickoff? Clint Hurdle Clint's
going to get an explanation.
Was there someone at the base even?
No, nobody was at the base. That's why he threw it straight into the ground.
You're not supposed to be able to do that with nobody on first. Josh Harrison right away says, wait, isn't that a balk?
Well, I've seen this called both ways over the years.
Well, Hurdle is at least going to get Jeff Kellogg to talk about it.
There were times where you'd play a first baseman behind the runner and you could actually throw him the ball. Nobody would ever say a word. And then I've also seen years later, you'd throw the ball to first baseman playing back behind the runner and they would call a balk because you're not throwing to a base. He turns and it's a wild throw. Okay?
Yeah.
So like what's the difference?